Hey everybody, Scott Jansen here. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to answer the question of where to market your hypnotherapy, coaching, NLP, RTT, or even healing business online for free to get high-paying clients without worrying about paying for Facebook ads, funnels, or any paid advertising. The two platforms I'm going to be talking about, guys, are Facebook and also YouTube. These are by far the most profitable platforms that you can use, the most user-friendly, and the easiest to get high-paying clients without having to fork out any money for paying ads or any funnels or anything of that nature. So guys, just before we begin, make sure you head over down into the description. I will be referencing a few other videos as I reference throughout this little presentation that I have for you. Make sure you go check them out, but also make sure you watch our free webinar where we show you guys how to build, and we'll basically start from scratch, build and scale your hypnotherapy, coaching, NLP, RTT, and healing business from scratch, ultimately to a six-figure business in less than 12 months. So make sure you head into the description, click on that webinar. You can go check that out. It goes for about 90 minutes. It's going to give you a play-by-play of how to build your business from scratch to very high profits, all online for free. So guys, without further ado, let's show you guys how to use Facebook properly, also how to use YouTube, where you should be marketing your business, the types of systems you want to have inside of your business to take people from seeing your content to high-paying clients, and where you can find something called asymmetry inside your business so you can actually do less work and make more profits in your business. So guys, let's dive straight into the action. All right, so here we go. So what we're going to do in this presentation, guys, as said before, I'm going to show you the places where you can advertise your coaching, hypnotherapy, NLP, RTT, even healing business online for free without having to pay for ads. Now, let me put you in the situation that for most of you have probably experienced or are still experiencing right now. When we go ahead and start our coaching and therapy business, we get all excited and we want to try and get our business off the ground very, very quickly. So when it comes to quickness, what we tend to do is start to do everything at once. We attack every social media platform. We go to every event possible. We start speaking to as many people as possible. We start going to BNI networking groups, all of this sort of stuff. And we start to just fill up our day with to-do lists. And for most of you guys have probably done this. I know I did this at the very start of my business as well, because it seems logical that the more we do, the more we're going to get out. Now, this factor is only really half true. Sure, you are going to build a business by doing more things than not doing things at all. However, you want to make sure you're doing the correct things. You want to make sure that you're using your time efficiently, especially when it comes to your marketing. So what we recommend all of our therapists to do, even the ones that are starting from scratch, that are getting to their first $10,000 and $20,000 months, even for coaches and therapists that come to us already hitting $50,000 a month and want to scale it to $100,000 a month, we always recommend the same place to start. And the same place to start is really looking at where are they marketing. So ideally, in a perfect world, to avoid any chaos, to avoid a massive to-do list, ideally you just want to start with one marketing platform. Now, in saying this, I'm also going to include a second marketing platform, because these two marketing platforms are interchangeable, which means that we can repurpose content from one platform to another and from the other platform to the first platform. So when you're thinking about marketing and choosing the platforms that are going to be right for you when you're marketing, you want to think in terms of, can I repurpose my content? I don't want to be creating 5 different pieces of content for 5 different platforms all at once, because I'm going to spend my whole day basically wasting time on marketing that's costing me more time than it is as far as my outputs, which is going to be income. So the first two we recommend, and also these being the most user friendly, are Facebook and also YouTube. Okay, so we've talked about Facebook a lot, how we use Facebook, why we use Facebook, how to set it up, how to do your marketing in Facebook. So I'm not going to talk about this now. What I will do in the description below is I'll leave a couple of pre-recorded videos that are on our YouTube channel that you can go check out. That'll show you how to properly market on Facebook for free, how to set up your profile properly so you can start attracting high-paying clients as of today. I'll leave those 2 videos below in the description. So let's digress with this training right here. So as you can see here, you've got two black squares right in front of you. The first one, as I said, is Facebook. The second marketing platform where you can start to market your coaching and therapy business for free is YouTube, okay? So what is the difference between Facebook and YouTube? Well, the way that I look at Facebook and YouTube is that Facebook is what I call a short-term strategy. And YouTube is what I call a long-term strategy. At any time that you can put a short-term strategy with a long-term strategy inside your business plan, so to speak, you're getting the best of both worlds. So what do I mean by short-term and long-term? So when it comes to Facebook, not a lot of people understand this, especially if you're quite new to Facebook, is that when you do a post, when you do a Facebook Live, when you upload a video, when you create an announcement, when you create like a blog type post, Facebook, if you do this from your personal page, and guys, like I said, I'll leave a video in the description to show you why we want to use our personal page instead of a brand or a business page to do this. When we're posting on Facebook, Facebook only will share our content for a certain amount of time, and it's referenced at about 3 to 7 days. So what does this mean? So let's say I do a Facebook Live on a Monday morning, okay? I do it on my personal page. That way Facebook will share it organically to all my friends list. And after about 3 to 7 days, Facebook will actually archive that Facebook Live and it will stop showing it to new people after that 3 to 7 days. Now, sure, that Facebook Live will remain on my page and someone can scroll through my personal page and find that Facebook Live, but Facebook will stop sharing it. So what I mean by short-term strategy is the strategy that you employ on Facebook is short-term, okay? So ideally what we want to do with Facebook to beat this short-term strategy is you want to be posting constantly on Facebook. So even if your posts and videos get archived, you have fresh content showing up on your page what we recommend every 3 to 4 hours, and we do this 6 days a week. That way, even if our content gets archived, like I said, which it always does, there's fresh content, okay? There's not big gaps in my content. So let's say, for example, you do a Facebook Live on Monday and you don't do another one until the following Monday. Well, there's only about 3 to 7 days of that one Facebook Live being shown. Now, you might think that's okay, but with millions of other people doing the same thing, how are you going to expect people to watch your Facebook Live with so much other noise out there? That's why we recommend, especially when you're first starting to get up that momentum, you should be doing Facebook Lives every single day. You should be posting, making announcements, showing videos every couple of hours on your Facebook page. So even if your stuff does get archived, in the 3 days, it doesn't last for 7 days, you have fresh content. So Facebook is really what is known as like a pushing button platform. You have to constantly be pushing the button so you get fresh content. So how does that differ with YouTube? Well, YouTube is actually backwards, okay? It's totally different to short term. It is long term, meaning that when you upload a video on YouTube, there is no archive date. YouTube will continually show that video if it's optimized for keywords, you've picked a niche, and you're creating great content, whereas people watching that content are commenting, are liking, are watching, the long minutes of the video, your watch time, the hours and minutes of your watch time is increasing. YouTube will actually rank that video better and better and better and better, and it will keep showing that video to the right market unlimitedly, meaning that it's going to show that video over and over and over again. And the more people that watch it, the better that ranking gets, which means the better the ranking gets, more people are going to see it, more people are going to like it, and that spiral continues in a very positive way. Whereas Facebook, like I said, doesn't matter how many people watch your Facebook Live, doesn't matter how many people like it or share it, it will be archived after 3 to 7 days. So the best place, guys, to market your business is Facebook and YouTube. Now, like I said, we can repurpose content in comparison to doing like Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of that stuff. You have to create different types of content to attract different types of audiences. Whereas Facebook and YouTube are very similar, meaning that I can do a Facebook Live and I can upload that live to YouTube. I can also download my own YouTube videos and upload them into Facebook as like a new piece of content. So they're very interchangeable. The last thing I want to talk about with Facebook and YouTube before we move on to the next part of how we market this is thinking about in terms of Facebook and YouTube as what I call search platforms. So if you've ever had a question in your life or you want to find out how to do something, have you noticed you go onto Google, and for like most of us, we tend to go to YouTube. We might go to YouTube to find out how to overcome my anxiety. I mean, that might be your niche with your clientele. How to do this, how to stop smoking, how to have a better mindset, how to find a better relationship, all of these therapeutic type niches, people are actually going to YouTube to watch videos on that specific category. Meaning that YouTube is a search platform. People are using it. Yeah, sure, they're watching some crazy, funny cat videos, or they're watching, you know, people playing video games. That's the big market for YouTube, you know, watching, you know, other people play video games and whatnot. All that stuff is great, but YouTube is definitely used for more like educational / how-to type videos. So in regards to YouTube, you want to start creating videos that answer your market's questions. Okay. Now, if you're thinking, well, Scott, how do I know what videos to create? How do I know what my market is asking beyond actually asking them myself? Well, guys, in the description below, I'm going to leave another video that's going to show you where you can actually find content for every video that you create, even all your stuff that you do on Facebook. You can go straight to the source and you can use a free to use platform that'll give you unlimited content to create. And this content should go viral in this aspect, as it's going to be actually answering the questions your market actually have in the context of being a coach and a therapist. Okay. So with Facebook as well, just like YouTube, everyone's on Facebook all day. Okay, so they're going to be reading stories that, you know, enlightening and funny, and people maybe complaining on Facebook as they do. But there's also chances of your therapeutic type posts, your how-to type videos, your announcements, your Facebook lives that could be answering the questions of your market will also show up. Whereas the way I look at like Twitter and Instagram, they're more like happy places to be. That's more about like showing off, you know, who you are and what you do and your lifestyle. It's more glitz and glamour and shiny object. Whereas YouTube and Facebook, and you could also include LinkedIn with this, because Facebook and LinkedIn are really, really similar, are places where people are going and actually reading the content, okay? And it allows us to upload good videos, Facebook Lives, there's Facebook groups that we can get into, all of that great stuff. So guys, to answer the first question of where do we actually market our business, you want to be using Facebook and YouTube, thinking of them as a long-term strategy and a short-term strategy. Short-term, you want to be uploading new content, new unique content, guys, to Facebook every couple of hours. With YouTube, you should be aiming for about, what we aim for is about 2 to 3 videos per week that over time will build up in momentum, drawing more and more people to watch our videos, allowing our videos to rank really, really highly, and so on and so forth. So the next part of this equation is, yeah, sure, it's okay to market your business, but what's the next step? Well, for any marketing attempt, the end result should be to build your business, because that's what this video is about, building your therapy and coaching business. So how do we get people from looking at our content, either on Facebook or YouTube, and turning them into paying clients? Well, there's one specific thing we must do. Most coaches and therapists, when they're creating content, they're usually creating content just for the sake of it. They think if I just show up on Facebook or create some random YouTube video, somebody's going to see it, and that's going to turn into a paying customer. And while this might happen occasionally, it leaves a big gap for what should happen normally. So what do we have to do? Well, when it comes to creating our content, guys, Facebook or YouTube, you always want to be aiming for the one thing, which is to book strategy calls. So regardless of what market you're in, regardless of the niche, regardless of even the other platforms you might be using, every bit of marketing you're doing wants to have some sort of call to action. And that call to action should be to jump on a strategy call to fix X, Y, and Z in your life, you know, in the therapy and coaching terms. So everything we do, guys, should be leading and pointing towards one specific direction. Most therapists and coaches, they do marketing, and one of their marketing calls to action goes to their website, another one goes to a download, another one goes to an event, another one goes to a strategy call, another one goes to a 50-minute clarity call, and all of these different directions and all these moving parts, again, create chaos. You want to use, the lack of better words, to funnel. And I don't even like that word because people think I'm talking about click funnels, which I'm not. We want to funnel the people from Facebook and YouTube all into the one point. So all of our Facebook content, all of our YouTube content is all pointing towards a strategy call. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Everything we do points towards booking a strategy call. So this is just a screenshot of our Calendly link. And this is going towards a strategy call with Scott Jansen for 1 hour. So you'll notice, guys, even in the description, have you noticed that I'm giving you the option to book strategy call? When I do a Facebook Live on Facebook, I offer strategy calls. If I'm doing a call to action in another video that I'm creating to upload on Facebook, there's always a call to action, which is come and book a strategy call with me. Let's talk about your business. Now, in the context of you guys, it's let's talk about how you can overcome anxiety. Let's talk about your goals to quit smoking. Let's talk about your goals to overcome fear in your life, or lose weight, or find a better relationship. Everything is pointing towards getting people off of social media and into your booking system. Now, why do you want to use a booking system, and why do you want to use a strategy call instead of getting people to your website and allowing your marketing, your website, and having people pay directly through to a PayPal link? Okay, this is why. We want to create a situation that we have control over and we can stabilize. So what do I mean by control? If someone goes from Facebook to YouTube into your strategy call, you have control over the conversation. You can ask them specific questions about their problem. And if you find that you can work with them, then you can offer your services to them. You can also help them overcome their objections. You can get a payment at the end of the strategy call, and it allows us to stabilize the entire process. Stabilization happens when you point everything to one thing, which is a strategy call. It's a booking system that goes to a strategy call. If, however, you've got multiple different directions that your business is going in, it's going to be very hard to find something that I'm going to introduce you to called asymmetry, which I'll talk about in a moment. So it's easy for us to control the situation and have our clients buy our services, especially when our prices are really high, if we get them on a phone call. You have to be an absolute marketing whiz to allow your squeeze page or your sales page or even your funnel to sell for you, okay? And I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I still don't trust funnels and sales pages and squeeze pages to make sales for me. I trust myself because I've done so many strategy calls. The more strategy calls we do, the better we get at them, the higher our close rate's going to be. So from there, we have the strategy call. From there, we have the call, and we hope that our client's going to pay at the end of the session, at the end of the strategy call. Rather than going to your website, looking through some of your copy, then scrolling down to the bottom of your squeeze page and seeing a price tag of $2,500. Now, if that person looks directly at that $2,500, they're going to think, well, my problem isn't that bad. You know, I do want to quit smoking, but not for $2,500. Now you've lost control of the situation and you've lost a sale. Whereas if you get them on a strategy call, you can talk to them, you can create rapport, you can ask the right questions, you can introduce your offer, you can talk about what you do, you can overcome objections, you can take the payment at the end of the strategy call, okay? This gives you control and stabilization. So from there, we're marketing on Facebook and YouTube, we're drawing everybody to a strategy call, we're doing the strategy call, we're getting paid at the end of the strategy call, then we're looking for something called asymmetry. Now, what is asymmetry? There's going to be a point in everybody's business, and what everybody should be aiming towards is to find asymmetry. Asymmetry is the opposite of chaos. Chaos means that you're doing multiple different things at once. You may have some clients coming from somewhere, some other clients coming from somewhere else. You're doing this marketing platform, this social media, going to this event. You've got all this crazy stuff happening, and now your time is going to be very limited because we only have so much hours in the day. So if you don't know what actions you're taking that are actually turning into paying clients, it means your day is going to be forever chaotic. And then one day when you decide to scale, in order to scale, you might have to find more time, because people think in order to scale, I've got to do more. I would do more social media, more of this, more of that, when the opposite is actually true. When it comes to scaling, what we teach our students to do is not actually do more in terms of creating more. We actually analyze what's going on with their business and we find asymmetry. We find the tasks that are actually producing paying clients and we delete the rest. So what we found in our business very early on, because it was sort of new to Facebook, Facebook really took off for us, like doing Facebook Lives and posts and, showing testimonials and success stories and all that sort of, it took off really, really well. But then it started to die off a bit because everybody started to do it because we were teaching a lot of students to do it. So what we found is YouTube actually became the front runner for our asymmetry. So while we still do stuff on Facebook, our main attention now is on YouTube, because that is proving probably out of every 10 people that come into my program, 6, maybe 7, even as high as 8 people are coming directly from YouTube, not from Facebook. So I'm intelligent enough to look at my business and go, okay, this year we're scaling our business, we're growing it. I don't have, I still have only 24 hours in the day. I don't want to work longer than 15-hour days that I'm doing now. If I wanted to scale, does that mean I've got to work more hours? No. Instead, I analyze my system and I think, okay, where are these clients coming from? And if I can track where these different leads, so to speak, or clients are coming from, all towards my booking system, my booking system actually tells them where they found me because I asked the question. If I can control that, it means I can look through the surveys that we survey all of our students and clients before we work with them. And that's one of the first questions I ask. Where did you find me? And if I keep seeing YouTube, what does that mean? It means my asymmetry is in YouTube. So I'm going to double down on YouTube. I'm going to not ignore everything else, but I'm not going to put as much effort into it. And my main focus is growing my YouTube channel to get more clientele. And this will continue. This is my asymmetry. Okay. Another example of this, we got one of our students, Sam Evans, who was lucky enough to hit her first $14,000 week, guys, as a coach. She found her asymmetry in Facebook Lives. She noticed when she did posts, when she did announcements, even when she started doing YouTube, it wasn't as profitable for her. But every time she did a Facebook Live, it was turning into strategy calls because she's pointing it all towards that one direction, and she's booking paid clients. So what did I tell her to do? Because she said, I want to grow it. And I said, well, we're not going to grow it as far as doing more and opening up more chaos. Let's double down on the things that are working. And I said, where are your clients coming from? She said, pretty much all of them. My paid clients are coming from Facebook Lives. So guess what she does now? 2 to 3 Facebook Lives per day. And she can almost ignore everything else and double down on the things that work. So this is asymmetry, guys. This is what you want to be aiming for. So let's go through the funnel itself. And I guess you could call this a funnel. We are doing short-term strategies on Facebook. We're doing long-term strategies on YouTube. All the content and our calls to action are all pointing towards a strategy call. We're using our strategy call to ask the question, where did you find me? We're turning those strategy calls into those bookings, with a survey into a strategy call. We're turning that strategy call into a paying client. Then we're repeating the process and finding asymmetry to the point where you know that each time you do a video or each time you do a Facebook Live or a post, whatever you found to be your asymmetry, that each time you do it's going to turn into a paid customer. This is control. This is stabilization, and this is predictability. So right now, guys, if you're looking at your business, it's not making a lot of money. It's chaotic. You don't know where to start, what to do. You're using all of these different social media platforms. No one's responding to your posts. No one's watching your videos. Your videos aren't ranking on YouTube properly. No one's booking strategy calls. You're not making any money. It's probably because your business is totally out of control. You want to minimize the moving parts. So if you look at these moving parts here, guys, we just use one per moving part. Facebook is 1, YouTube is 1, that's 2. Into a strategy call, that's 3. Into a booking system, with the survey, that's 3. The call itself is 4, and I'm taking a payment, which is 5. 5 moving parts. In the context of other therapists that have multiple niches, multiple prices, multiple funnels, multiple websites, multiple social media, multiple events, multiple podcasts, multiple giveaway books, and they have like 30 or 40 different moving parts, and they're probably lucky if they're making $500 to $1,000 a month. Growing and scaling and marketing your business is not about doing everything at once. That's chaos. It's about starting with one. I would recommend either Facebook or YouTube, or even if you want to try both, that's still maintainable. Point everything towards a survey with a booking system. With Calendly, we use Calendly. We recommend that because you can put a survey in there as well and get everybody on a strategy call. Now, we've seen this system for our students go from 0 all the way up to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month with one niche, essentially one marketing platform, Facebook and YouTube being very similar, one strategy call, one offer, which is the payment. Just one of everything, guys. And this keeps the business very, very healthy. It enables you to track for asymmetry and avoid chaos. So guys, that is my recommendations of where you need to be marketing your coaching, hypnotherapy, NLP, RTT, doesn't really matter what you're doing, your business online for free, okay? Keep chaos to the minimum. Find asymmetry. Point everything you do as far as your call to action towards a booking system that has a survey and get everybody on a strategy call. Don't sell over Messenger. Don't sell on your website. Don't sell anywhere else because you don't have control over those things. Where if you get people on a phone, you have a system for doing a strategy call that we teach our students to do, and you can provide value and get paid at the end. All this means that you just got to repeat that over and over. And this is, if you want to call it a business plan, it's one of the most simple business plans and marketing plans that you'll find. And it's the easiest one to absolutely employ in your business as of today. So guys, like I said, I've referenced a few of our other videos. I'll leave them in the description. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Let me know in the comment box if this made sense, if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.